Hello and welcome back to Sack to the Future, the 1961 season. This is the playoffs, the wild card playoff, and today we have two computer-controlled teams squaring off. So this will be a slow simulation game between the Boston Patriots visiting the San Diego Chargers. The Patriots lost their all-in Week 17 game against the Bills, which cost them the division, but they still get in as the 6th seed, as the wild card. The Chargers were able to beat the Broncos in their play-in game to win the division, so they are the home team. And there you see the other game in the AFC will be the Baltimore Colts and Buffalo Bills. Both teams, of course, human controlled, but both by the same person. So tomorrow night, Vinny X Wolf will bring you a simulation of that game. There you take a look at the 9-7 Patriots getting ready for it, and there are the 10-6 Chargers. This is an interesting matchup for many reasons. There you see Paul Lowe's return ability so far this year. Let me go ahead and get this set up. Ignore that 49-10. That is just a prediction, as the Packers-Falcons game has not happened yet, but it will happen, or it's scheduled to happen later tonight on the Brian Feltz channel. So, what, besides just being regular playoffs, what makes this game so compelling between the Boston Patriots and the San Diego Chargers of 1961? Well, first of all, let's take a look at Jack Kemp. 65%, 3,500 yards, 24 touchdowns to only 8 interceptions. Jack Kemp is the third best quarterback as far as rating goes in the AFC this year. So that is definitely an advantage. Chargers, although Babe Parilli, you'll see his stats when the Patriots hit the ball. He has been good as well. Take a look at the offensive line. Ernie Wright, Sam DeLuca, Don Rogers, Ernie Barnes, and Sherman Plunkett. Bo Robertson and Paul Lowe are the backs. Korsak, Norton, and I missed the other part of the Chargers offense there. Now, if they were starting the right people, it looked like everything was right. Well, Lowe and Roberson both played a lot, so as far as who's the starter, who's the backup, it doesn't matter too much. The tight end should be Howard Clark, though, unless there's for some reason they wanted to bench him. The Patriots, coming down the stretch, did bench their best receiver, Capoletti, so hopefully they will be having him start here in the playoffs. 3rd and 1 now. Give it to Roberson, and he is stuffed. Maybe they should have gave it to Lowe. Roberson, 2 carries, no yards, and the Chargers will punt. So I predict a very close game. In real life, 1961, the Patriots were 9-4-1 and finished 2nd in the East Division, as they did in Sack to the Future. The Chargers were 12-2 and won the division, as they did in Sack to the Future. Here comes Babe Parilli, just under 65%. You see 2,800 yards, so quite a few yards short of Jack Kemp, but the touchdown interception ratio was very good still. Not as good as Kemp's, but good. And he'll come out in the shotgun with nobody else back there behind him. So the Patriots coming out throwing. Pirelli, no, he's going to take off and run. 25-30, 35. Makes a move up to the 38. And that's a 19-yard run by Babe Parilli. We'll get more on the running backs in just a moment. I mean, the running quarterbacks, I should say, in just a moment. There you see Parilli. That looked like a designed draw. He took off quite quickly, almost off the snap. There you see a nice move there as he makes number 36, Dick Harris, who is a all-pro corner, look terrible on that tackle attempt. Now they give it to the running back, and he gets just a couple yards. Are we going to meet the starters? Here we go. Long, Sardisco, Simerson, Leo, and DeLuca are your linemen. Guerin and Burton are the running backs. Capoletti, Calco are the receivers, and the tight end, Thomas Stevens. So Capoletti is a Pro Bowl receiver. Led the teams in catches in real life. Not here in Back to the Future, as he was demoted to third string for a while. Pirelli takes off again. He's across midfield. Okay, so Pirelli has run twice already for 29 yards. And so now is a good time to point out. Actually, it's not a good time because we're probably going to take a look at the Chargers defense. Let's see here. No, we're not. Okay. It's a good time to point out that Jack Kemp and Babe Pirelli are 1 and 2 as far as rushing yards by quarterbacks in the AFC. So these are the only two quarterbacks in the AFC to run for over 500 yards. Babe Pirelli was at 509, and Jack Kemp ran for 560. So if you don't like the quarterback taking off run, there goes Pirelli again. If you don't like that play, and that's the danger when the running quarterback is such a big part of your offense. Pirelli is holding his shoulder. Oh, that's not good for the Patriots. That is not good at all. Pirelli very effective when he throws the ball as well. But he has chose to run for the most part, and that has cost him. And now you're back up last year's 1960s starter, Butch Shongan. Definitely a veteran that knows what he's doing, but not the physical tools anymore to compete with Babe Pirelli. However, he does have smarts. There's a big Ernie Ladd, Hudson in the middle, Neary and Faison on the outsides. Chuck Allen, Emil Harris, and Paul McGuire are your linebackers. Safeties, Bob Zeman and Charlie Neal. Dick Harris and George Blair are the corners. And I don't know if YouTube is having the problem, again, where you cannot comment. So I will actually log on and watch my own YouTube thing just so I can see the comments in just a minute here. And the Patriots, Songen's first pass goes nowhere, and they will have to punt as well. Yep, confirmed. The comments are not going to come through. What is the problem, YouTube? What is the problem? Well, Jack Kemp comes out for drive number 2. Now, after he saw, first of all, he's at the 1 yard line, so you probably just give it to the back here. They give it to Roberson, and that backfires. The Patriots start off the scoring by getting a safety. Big number 65, Houston Antwine, there to stop Roberson in the backfield. And I said Roberson and Lowe both get a lot of carries. So far, they've given it to Roberson 3 times, and he hasn't gotten past the line of scrimmage. It might be time to go to Lowe. Patriots, you saw Songen, warming up, trying to get loose unexpectedly in the game this early. So the Boston Patriots come out for their second drive. So the records are close. Patriots 9-7, Chargers 10-6. The quarterbacks, well, if Pirelli would have stayed healthy, they are the two top running quarterbacks, as the only two that have gone over 500 yards rushing from the AFC. But Pirelli's hurt now, so Sangen, a capable backup, but not as youthful as he once was, and therefore slower and less arm strength than Pirelli would bring. Oh, what? So a spin move for absolutely no reason. He could have got 8 yards by just running it straight. Rather, he does a spin move to make sure it's only a 3-yard gain. Oh, no, they gave him 5. They gave him the forward momentum. There's a handoff. Now he'll run without making ridiculous moves. And that's a nice, solid 8-yard gain there. Boston Patriots have been able to move the ball better than the Chargers so far, despite the injury to Babe Pirelli. And their safety by their defense, of course, has them up 2-0. Now, stats-wise, how did these guys finish? Well, defense, they were almost identical. I believe the Chargers were 9th and the Patriots were 10th in total. Defense. Offense, the Chargers have the 3rd best offense in the AFC. The Patriots have the 3rd worst offense. That includes semi-pro teams, so they are behind quite a number of semi-pro teams in offensive ability. So that doesn't bode well for the Patriots. But they're winning here. As far as Madden rankings, if you want to call it that, when I started the game, they said that the Patriots were an overall 75 team, and the Chargers are an overall 79 team. So that is pretty close. Should be a good game. See the Patriots, 9 rushes, only 1 pass. Part of that, of course, could be that they lost their quarterback. There's another handoff, this time to Burton, and he goes nowhere. 3 carries to Burton. He has done well, but that's big. Ernie Ladd knocking him down. The Chargers defensive line terrorized the Broncos in Week 17. So far, the Patriots offensive line has done a good job blocking them. Running, they haven't really had real passes. All they've had was one throw by Sangen that was knocked down by that defensive line. And 3 quarterback runs by Pirelli till he got hurt. So I do have YouTube up now, so I should be able to read the comments. Unfortunately, they won't show up on my screen here on the PlayStation, but I can look down in between plays and see if anyone is leaving comments if you want to do so. If you want to sit back and enjoy the playoff game, that is obviously fine as well. Pirelli from the Pirelli's back. Okay, great. There's a Johnson dropped the ball. I was going to say there's a nice throw to Johnson, but he didn't catch it, so it will not be a first down for the Patriots, and they will have to punt. So good news for the Patriots. They're up 2-0, and Pirelli is back, so it was not that serious of an injury. It was his off shoulder that he was holding, but apparently it's not a collarbone break or anything too serious that he can't play through. Defensive start to this one. Again, both these teams have average defenses. The Patriots have a really terrible offense. The Chargers have the 3rd best offense in the AFC. So on paper, that's the difference. Also, the Chargers are the home team, but so far, it's the Patriots who lead 2-0. If the Patriots win, they go to Houston to play the 15-1 Oilers. If the Chargers win, they don't get anything much better. They go to Cleveland to play the 15-1 Cleveland Browns. There's the defense D, Lee Hunt and Eisenhower. Rogers, Jacobs in the middle, Addison and Antwine. We've already seen the safety by Antwine over there. Ron Hall and Fred Bruni are your safeties. Webb and Don Webb is one corner. The other one was, well, it should have been Chuck Shanta. Hopefully that's what it said. And there is Mr. Hunt with the sack on Jack Kemp. Jim Lee Hunt, the Pro Bowl defensive tackle of the Patriots. Jack Kemp. Looked like maybe this was a screen pass, or else the offensive line just didn't try. No, it was a screen pass. It just developed late. Kemp from the shotgun. He'll roll to right, then it comes back left. He will sling it way downfield into all kinds of coverage and intercepted. Bruni with the interception off the tips, gets back across the 40, still on his feet up to the 49-yard line. The Patriots defense has come to play today. A safety, now a turnover. Jack Kemp, ill-advised throw into double coverage. Ball popped up, and then the third Patriot comes over, and he's the one that ends up with the interception. Turnovers will kill, especially in the playoffs. Pirelli now will fake it, and he will throw the ball to Norris. And that is good for 5 yards. Not quite sure who Norris is. Fullback, of course, is Billy Lott. 44 is supposed to be Gerhard Schwedes. So I'm not sure. Norris must have been a last minute call up from the practice squad or something. First quarter has seen a total of 2 points scored, but at least it's more than 0. The Chargers have 0 total yards. 2nd and 5 now, Pirelli, and he will throw, but a little bit wide. 1 for 3 throwing the ball. He has also scrambled 3 times, but the last time he scrambled, he came up with some shoulder pain. And there's a completion to Capoletti, who's playing again. Was in a feud with the coach, benched for a few games, demoted to slot receiver for a few others, but he is starting here in the playoffs. Hey, Vinny, glad you got on. Oh, boy. Pirelli's he runs away from the sack, and he turns it into a first down and more. What a huge play by Babe Pirelli. He's up to 64 yards now scrambling. So in the first quarter, you missed, Pirelli ran 3 times. On the 3rd time, he came up with an injured shoulder, but he's back. And that was a great play, running away from a sack and turning it into like a 30-yard run. I did mention earlier, these 2 quarterbacks are the only 2 in the AFC that ran for over 500 yards. Pirelli ran for 509. Jack Kemp ran for 560. Pirelli's legs have been a big part of this game. The other part has been the Patriots' defense with a safety and an interception so far. Second and goal now. Let's see if they will go to Garan again. They do. And he's inside the 5 and takes a shot from number 50 there, which of course is Chuck Allen, the middle linebacker. 3rd and goal now. Oh, he had him. Pirelli had the defensive lineman, didn't get him, but then he gets the corner to jump off sides. What are the Chargers doing? Charlie McNeil, a safety, but he was lined out wide. McNeil's an all-pro, is he not? What the heck is wrong with the Chargers? Charlie McNeil, the all-pro safety, jumps off sides. I've never seen someone out that wide. Oh, there's a nice play by the Patriots. Burton comes in. They fake it to the fullback, toss it to him. He gets it in the end zone, and the Patriots are playing inspired ball right now. It is 8-0. They're all over the Chargers, and this crowd cannot believe it. "15 runs, 5 passes. And the point after is good. Patriots up by 9 now. Again, the Patriots, if they win, they are headed to Houston to play the record-setting offense. And if the Chargers win, they get to go to Cleveland. Either way, winner gets to go to a 15-1 team. But, hey, you know, every time you win, you get confidence. The Patriots are looking as good as I've seen them look in 2 years. Kemp will fake the handoff, and he'll deliver it. Now, we've seen Jack Kemp go on rolls, so it's only 9-0. There's no way this thing's over. Jack Kemp, again, the 3rd best rated quarterback in the AFC. The Chargers have the 3rd best offense in the AFC. So 9 points is not much of a hole for them. Kemp back to pass again. There, he's a little wild on that throw, though. Just 2 of 4. That throw into double coverage for the interception was the one big mistake. Good look into the eyes of Don Webb there, his cameraman. There's Roberson on the handoff. He has been doing nothing. 5 rushes, 3 yards, and I'm not sure that we've seen Paul Lowe yet. Or if we have, he just had maybe the 1 carry for no yardage. Jack Kemp's going to run now. He's across midfield, and down he goes. 14 yards. Now, Babe Parilli's already up to 64, and the only quarterback that ran for more yards in the AFC than Babe Parilli is Jack Kemp. So he's got some catching up to do. He gets 14 right there. So Cleveland is rooting for the Chargers, as they know they most likely get the Baltimore Colts if they don't get the Chargers. Now, of course, Brian might be remembering last year's AFC Championship game, in which case, if you guys don't remember what happened and you don't want to, for whatever reason, go to the Vinny X Wolf channel and look at the playlist from 1960 and watch that game. The Browns started off on fire, but the Colts slowly chipped away, and next thing you know, it was the Colts that went to the Super Bowl. Now, the other side of that, of course, Vinny, as you mentioned, is the Colts haven't beaten the Bills yet. What if the Bills beat the Colts? Would you rather, Brian, face the San Diego Chargers team or the Buffalo Bills? Oh, Jack Kemp breaks a couple tackles, but then spinning around, fumbles the ball, and that's another turnover for the Chargers. The Patriots defense now has 2 turnovers and a safety. Jack Kemp, here he's in trouble. He doesn't protect the ball. He tries to spin out of it. And 53, Addison just pops it out and then picks it up. The all-pro linebacker, Tom Addison, on that one. Patriots come out with 2 tight ends. Of course, their plan is certainly to run the ball against the Chargers, which makes sense. Keep Jack Kemp on the sidelines as long as possible. Here's Larry Garan for another couple. He's up to 22 yards. Most of the running has come from the quarterback, Babe Parilli, but the Patriots are already over 100 yards rushing the football. And for whatever reason, the Packers and Falcons decided to hold a scrimmage game, and the Packers beat the crap out of them. So hopefully the Falcons learned something by that game, and later tonight when Brian Phelps brings us that, we will see if they did. There's a play action pass now. Babe Parilli rolls out. He tucks it already. He's going to run again. He gets another first down across midfield, takes a hit, but holds on to the ball. And is he injured again? No, it's not Parilli. It's someone else. You see number 83 over there. Really like that run. That is Harry Jacobs. He's going crazy celebrating that run. Parilli completes his 3rd pass. He's run more than he's thrown. But whatever works, the Patriots up to 154 total yards. There's Garan, gets a nice block. Stiff arms a man. He gets inside the 40. Finished off by Ernie Ladd. But he's got it down to a 3rd and 1. And will the Patriots call another play before the 2-minute warning? They're lining up to do so. I formation. Using the fullback an awful lot, which is good to see. It's a handoff to Garan, and he just powers his way across the first down. This Patriots offensive line has definitely learned something from the film last week, because the Broncos offensive line got absolutely trashed by the Chargers defensive line. Not so much this game. The Patriots offensive line has done a great job. Well, this is 2 minutes to go in the first half. Patriots shutting out the Chargers. The crowd is almost silent. Absolutely stunned. Parilli from the shotgun now. He's going to throw it to Richardson, who led the team in receptions this year. That's just a 8-yard gain. 2 catches, 13 yards now on the day. Well, the first playoff game, Lions and 49ers went to overtime. Oh, there we go. There's some pressure finally put on, this time by Hudson. And that, I believe, is the Chargers' first sack. Again, the Patriots' offensive line has done a great job. But this time, they could not protect Parilli, and he couldn't run away from it either. And that takes him maybe out of field goal range. It's much more iffy now. And there's a handoff to Garan, and he gets absolutely lit up by, was that was Chuck Allen, of course. Who else would it be? And they are going to attempt the 51-yarder. This is, I think he can make it from here. Let's see. Oh, yes. One of the better kickers in the league. Gino Cappelletti puts that one home from 51. And even when he was benched as a receiver, they were still letting him do the kicks. But now again, in this playoff game, he is back to the starting receiver role. The #1 slot indeed, in fact. And that may have made him a better kicker as well. 12-0 Patriots. There's a Paul Lowe sighting. He returns it out to the 21-yard line. Jack Kemp and his offense comes out. 1:21. This crowd really making no noise, but the few people that you can hear are urging the team to get some points before the halftime. Kemp from the shotgun. He's going to throw. And he throws that one wildly inaccurate. 3 of 7. That interception and fumble have gotten to Kemp, I believe. He might just need to get to the locker room. 5 wide now. Kemp in trouble. He slings it. Oh my gosh, he had him wide open down the middle and missed him. Jack Kemp has definitely been off. He's been a little gun shy since the interception, and now he's just inaccurate since the fumble. And the Chargers desperately need this to go to halftime. I think the coach realizes that, and he is just going to call a running play here. And off to Bo Roberson, who gets his best run of the day. Patriots will call timeout, and the Patriots are going to get the ball back. The only thing going for the Chargers is if they can hold the Patriots on this final drive. They're still only down by 2. 2 touchdowns could still win the game. And if Jack Kemp can get refocused, he can certainly put up 2 touchdowns and a half. Paul McGuire on the punt. Garan doesn't get much. Up to the 26-yard line only. On the day, 12 carries, 44 yards. That's solid for sure. 3.6 is enough to make the defense respect the run. And Pirelli's going to throw, it looks like. Oh, he started to run, decided to pull it back and throw it. But it was incomplete, knocked away by Blair, or just dropped, I couldn't tell, but Blair was there on the coverage. Second and 10. Patriots still look to be going for points here. And, oh, nice hit. Throws it out to Garin on the, well, not really flat, whatever it was, but Paul McGuire was there immediately to stop him from bringing that in. Patriots still run heavy, 21-9. The Patriots have put 30 offensive plays out here in the first half, totally controlling this game. There's a handoff, and let's see, yep, the Chargers will go ahead and take a timeout. So somehow this last minute and 9 seconds is going to take 45 minutes. There's Paul Lowe. Held long enough to get help. Jack Kemp has 42 seconds to work with, 1 timeout. He's going to start off at least on first down, like he's going to pass and go for it. Let's see how this play works. Kemp, quick throw. And now the hurry up is on. Kemp in trouble, and down he goes. The Patriots bring out the blitz, and then the Patriots call timeout. On the second sack of the day for the Patriots, they call timeout. And dear God, is this half ever going to end? They still have one more timeout, so they'll probably call it. Roberson, get the first down. Come on. He did not get the first down, so the Patriots will call a timeout. And this half continues. So the Patriots use all the timeout to make sure they get at least attempted a punt return. Depending how far he returns that, we'll see if they actually are going to try to score more. Gets it to 13, still on his feet. Nope, couldn't break the tackle. He's down at the 20. 11 seconds to go, 80 yards with no timeouts. I really want them to just run the ball and end this thing, but somehow we'll have defensive penalties or something. Crowley turns, it gives it to Guerin, who gets a huge hole and gets the first down, but of course that is the end of the first half. Patriots up to 161 rushing yards. All right, guys, buckle up. I have a feeling that Jack Kemp is having much needed discussions with Sid Gilman in the locker room. And I think they're going to straighten things out. All Patriots in the first half, though. Great job by the offensive line. Even better by the Patriots defense. A safety, 2 turnovers, held the Chargers to one of their worst offensive performances of any half this season. And the Patriots are halfway to Houston. Patriots will get the ball as well. Now, in real 1961, of course, they didn't play 16 games, but Jack Kemp ran for 105 yards and Pirelli ran for 183 yards. So neither one of them were anywhere near the 500 yards that they got here in Sack to the Future. Pirelli will throw to the flat, and Guerin just takes it right out of bounds. So the completion was there, but it actually lost yardage. The Patriots have just 15 yards throwing the ball, but they have controlled this game. And there's a handoff and a big hole again. The offensive line has been so impressive from the Patriots. I don't care, as I have no teams in the AFC, but I can appreciate when a line gels together like this for a game. There's a handoff to Burton this time. Great blocking again. He's across the 45. 5 carries for 31 yards and a touchdown for Burton, who seems to be the backup running back today, although he started the year as the starter. Garan did lead the team in rushing, so Garan was the starter most of the year. Stand off to Burton again, and there is finally somebody stepping up to do something. And it was the safety man opposite McNeil, which is Bob Zeman. And there's back-to-back plays where the Chargers were able to get into the backfield and make plays, so maybe they are starting to wake up. Obviously tired from their complete humiliation of the Denver Broncos a week ago. But if they don't, hopefully they woke up, because they're starting to run out of time. I mean, it's a 12-point game. They could get all that in one quarter. They don't have to score here, but it's a much easier game if Jack Kemp can get some points on the board on this drive. Kemp from the shotgun in trouble. Oh, it's a screen pass to Roberson. Nice blocking across the 20, across the 30, 40, 50. One man to beat, and he will get taken down. And why is there a flag? That was a 70-yard play, and it's going to be called back partially for a block to the back. So the block in the back did not occur until he was already across midfield. So a 10-yard penalty from there will bring it back to midfield. So still a big play, but about 20 yards less than it could have been. There was only one guy that could make the play on the ball carrier. He did make that play, and he was not the one blocked in the back. So really just a stupid penalty on the Chargers' part. But they are driving at least. 2nd and 2 now. Kemp, quick throw, nice diving catch. And perhaps the Chargers can get something on the board this drive. Scarpito on the diving reception there. And here comes an I formation with 2 tight ends of their own. And there's a Paul Lowe sighting. He's been used very infrequently. 2 yards on the day. He's also been the main returner. We're halfway through the 3rd. Still 12-0 Patriots, but the Chargers are driving. They need points on this drive. Kemp, quick drop, and then he decides to run, but he doesn't get very far, although he technically got to the line, so it is not a sack. More on the tackle. 3rd and 8. This is a 49-yard field goal. If they don't get another yard, this is a pretty big play in this game. Kemp waiting for something to materialize, and he finds it inside the 15-yard line. Dave, another name I am not good at pronouncing. Kosarek? That's not it. Well, whatever his name is, he caught the ball. Roberson can't get away from the tackler, and he'll lose a yard back to the 14. Kosarek, okay. Thank you, Vinny. All right, Chargers now just 14 yards away from making this very interesting. Kemp, throw it, a diving catch. This time by number 42, who is not someone I recognize from the 61 Chargers. Perhaps a draft pick that didn't actually make the team. Or just roster filler, but a nice catch nonetheless. And there's movement. Movement on the line. And that'll turn a 3rd and 3 into a 3rd and 8. It was Plunkett the guilty party. Plunkett, of course, starting for the injured Ron Mix, which we haven't really talked about, but that is a big injury that the Chargers are dealing with. By far the best offensive lineman they have is hurt. But they are finally on the board. 12-3. So the crowd gets some life to it. And they see that Chargers defense is going to need them to be loud, so hopefully those points energize them a bit. Nice return up to the 30-yard line. Babe Perilli and this rushing offense that the Patriots have found would really like to run some clock off on this drive. Brian, are you still here? And if so, is the Packers and Falcons game still happening tonight? It's a handoff to Garin. And Hudson makes sure he doesn't go anywhere. All right, confirmation. Packers and Falcons will play for real. There's another huge hole opened up by the Patriots offensive line, and 17 carries for 81 yards. So the Patriots offensive line is at least showing that they can run block, although this is computer against computer. The problem with that we might need to address with sliders is the fact that the computer can never seem to get any running back rushing yards against us humans. They get plenty of quarterback rushing yards, but we would like to see some more running back yardage. Back to this game, of course, though. Chargers have done everything they needed to do the last part of this third quarter. On the board now. Crowd getting a little bit more comfortable, and Kemp has the ball back. And all that goes out the window as Hall hits him and takes him down for the sack. Hey, Ryan. Hopefully you're just in time for a great fourth quarter. Patriots have dominated this game, though. There's another sack on Kemp. The Chargers are without their all-pro super lineman Ron Mix, the best offensive lineman that they'll have for many years. And that has definitely caused problems. But the Patriots offensive line, on the other hand, has played outstanding. They're getting close to 200 yards on the ground, the Patriots are. They're not there yet, but they are getting close. Now, I wouldn't put it past the Patriots to throw 2 pick six and blow everything they've worked for 3 quarters, as we saw them do that just a week ago. Did they throw 2? They threw 1 in that Bills game, I know that. Oh, okay. All right. What is this rare piece? So another turnover, this time turnover on downs. And the Patriots get the ball at the 13-yard line. If the Chargers hold them to a field goal, they still have a chance, but a touchdown might put this thing away. Stevens in motion. They'll turn, they'll hand it off. Inside the 10. Garin up to 85 yards now. Well, the Patriots have not turned the ball over today. It usually leads to wins in the playoffs. But if they are going to give this away, a pick six right here would go a long way to do that. 1960. That's pretty awesome. At the thrift store, huh? There's Capoletti putting it home for another field goal. The Capoletti has put 2 through the uprights. Of course, the defense has a safety, and the offense has put just 1 touchdown on the board. All that together has built a 15-3 lead for these Patriots. Relatively shortly following this will be the Packers and Falcons playoff game. I know the scores at the bottom keep telling you that the Packers beat the Falcons by like 40 points, but that was just a scrimmage game. Not highly unusual for playoff teams to play a scrimmage games and allow reporters to report the score and things of that nature, but it's Act of the Future. You never know what you're going to see. Hopefully the real one's more competitive, and since the winner's going to Chicago, I hope Atlanta actually wins that one. There is Kemp scrambling for the 5th time, 40 yards. Pirelli's been the better scrambler today, although they've both done it too much. So the reporters are reporting on a game that didn't happen, but they don't report on the fact that the Lions did beat the 49ers and are on their way to New York to face the #1 seed New York Giants. Jack Kemp now on the hurry-up mode. 4.5 minutes to go. There he gets some nice blocking. Delivers it up to the 25-yard line. 3 of 7. So Kemp is now 9 of his last 10. 9 of his last 10 now. Kemp's starting to heat up. It might be too late. With 4 minutes to go, if he can get this in the end zone, this could be a thrilling comeback. Completion to Clark. That's inside to the red zone. Jack Kemp now. A little fist pump. That is definitely cool, Ryan. Oh, Jack Kemp slipped, and then he just decides to carry it forward. And he does turn it into positive yards. The Patriots have allowed 70 rushing yards today, most of those by Jack Kemp. 3 and and I think that was Mix's replacement again that jumps to a false start. Yep, Plunkett. Not the same. All right, Kemp from the shotgun now, 2nd and 14. He'll get it out to Paul Lowe. Tries to put a spin move on, but that was not going to work there. Or it did not work there. .327 to go, 3rd and 5. They really need the touchdown. They hand it off. Paul Lowe. 4th and 4 now. You don't have time for a field goal. Okay, they are going for it. Not sure why they ran the ball. Jack Kemp, you got to let Jack Kemp have 2 attempts at. Oh my gosh, the offensive line. The difference in this game is the offensive lines. There's no doubt about it. The Patriots have played one of the greatest games I've seen a non-Packers AI team play as a unit. And the Chargers offensive line has been a disaster. Kemp's going to run for this, and he's going to get it. The heart of Jack Kemp is going to keep these Chargers alive. And the legs and the arm, of course. First and goal now, and a must-need touchdown. Hand off to Roberson, he goes nowhere. And the injury timeout, it's on this side of the 2-minute warning, so that's a good way to sneak a timeout in there. Fake an injury, stop the clock. And the offensive line jumps like idiots again. Wow. They just need to go with the shotgun and let Jack Kemp either run it or throw it. There's no reason to use the running back, and just snap it immediately before your offensive line gets retarded. Kemp. He'll turn and throw it to Roberson, but he goes out of bounds right away. Don't throw it to the running backs either. The running backs are useless in this game. Just needs to be Jack Kemp, his receivers, maybe a tight end here and there. Nope. They'll hand it off, and Roberson makes me eat my words as he takes it off the right tackle and into the end zone. By far his best play of the day when they need it most. And this thing is not over. It is 15-9 now. Running backs doing nothing all day, but Roberson finally makes a play and sticks it to the Patriots. Point after coming up. Enos with the hold, and that is good. 13-play, 80-yard drive. It took 3 minutes off the clock. And the Patriots' lead is cut down to 5. Now, will they go onside kick or kick it deep, as they do have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning? It looks like they're going to go for the defense. Play some defense. If they can force a punt on a 3 and out, this thing is long from over. Patriots have been so good at blocking and busting out holes, though. It's a little bit of a scary proposition to think that you can stop them on a 3 and out. Clearly the Chargers are going to be sending everyone in the box, you would think, to stop the run. Safeties go back about 12 yards. Seems like a cover 2. Not sure why they're playing cover 2 when you need to stop the run, but the Chargers coach has made many interesting calls so far today. All right, the Patriots get it down to the 2-minute warning with just 1 play, as the Chargers refuse to use their timeouts on that side of the 2-minute warning. They still have all 3, though. 2 minutes to go. 2nd down. The safeties back up 12 yards again on a pretty obvious handoff, but Ernie Ladd saves his coach by making a great play. Only his 2nd tackle. 2 timeouts left for the Chargers, 3rd and 5. This is the game if the Patriots get the first down. Patriots look like they're just going to run it. The Chargers do stop it. Their safeties, one of the safeties was 20 yards away from the line of scrimmage on a 3rd and 5 for your season. But luckily, the front 7 was able to handle the run on their own. And it's 4th and 1. I didn't think the Patriots had the balls to go for it, but that would have been a crazy call. They will punt. That was close to being blocked. Closer than I thought it would have been. But Paul Lowe with the fair catch, and Jack Kemp's going to get one more try at this. He's got over 100 seconds to go 75 yards, and he does have 1 timeout. I hope that you all were able to stay with it, because this is going to be a good ending. Jack Kemp, the 3rd best quarterback in the AFC this year. He completes out to Roberson. Remember, he started 3 of 7, so the fact that he's 16 of 23 now, or 3 of 8, so the fact that he's 16 of 23 now, pretty impressive. Definitely fixed something at halftime. And now he's going to take off and run and get up near the, just hold on to the ball. He's down to the 39. He has 69 yards running now. There's 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. That first down is the most important on drives like this. Every quarterback that's led his team to comebacks will tell you that. Kemp now spins out. He's going to run again. And he will put his head down and break a tackle and get across midfield down to the 41-yard line. Clock still ticking. We're down to 1 minute. Jack Kemp is trying to go down in history here. Kemp, now he's going to throw. Nice throw out to Norton. Up to the 24-yard line, and the Patriots sideline has stunned and concerned looks on their face. The crowd is into it, but trying to stay as quiet as possible for their offense. Jack Kemp now just 24 more yards to finish this thing. Play action pass. Nobody fell for it, but it's another completion from Jack Kemp down to the 14-yard line. Wow, Jack Kemp. If he brings this comeback, oh, the booth wants to look at it. The booth wants to look at this one. His feet were down. I mean, I know in future years the refs will definitely cheat for the Patriots regularly, but in 61 I don't think so. And they don't. So the Chargers get the benefit of Patriots making correct calls. Or Patriots. The refs making correct calls, and Jack Kemp's 14 yards away now. And he's going to run for it and put his head down, try to break a tackle, but he's brought down. He's up to 95 yards scrambling. The clock is starting to become an issue as we're down to 30 seconds. The Chargers do have one timeout if they need it. Kemp will opt to spike the ball instead. Another interesting call by the Chargers, but I guess something goes wrong here, like a sack, then you still have your timeout. 3rd and 4. Game on the line. Kemp. Shotgun. He pulls it down. He's going to run. He's inside the 5, but I don't think he got the first down. 99 yards running. The Chargers use their timeout there, and it's 4th and inches. 4th and inches. Game on the line. 20 seconds, no timeouts. Kemp, quick drop. Throws it towards the end zone. It's caught. It's caught, but tackled at the 1. There's 13, 12, 11, 10. Kemp gets his guys to the line. 9, 8, and spiked into the ground with 8 seconds to go. A clutch throw on 4th down to pick up the first down, but a clutch tackle as well, stopping him from getting in the end zone. And with 8 seconds to go, man, the playoff games have been exciting this year. Kemp has 2 plays to try to win this thing. Here's the first one. Shotgun. Is he going to run for it? No, he'll throw in the back of the end zone. It's caught. Kosarek. Touchdown. The Chargers take their first lead with 4 seconds left. Oh my goodness. Jack Kemp is a legend. There is no way that he will ever play for anyone else but San Diego. I am convinced of this fact after that drive. Unless the Chargers do something stupid, which we've seen in this game. The Chargers coaches and management never do stupid things. 18-15 now. 4 seconds left. This return is it for the Patriots. Unbelievable. He's going to bring it out. 3, 2, 1. It's over. The Chargers win at home. Brian gets what he wants. The Chargers are coming to Cleveland with legendary Jack Kemp as their leader. Unbelievable finish. The Patriots dominated this game for 3 quarters. But then Jack Kemp was Jack Kemp. All right. Chargers will meet Cleveland again. They met them last year. Lots of similarities. We're going to have Buffalo and Baltimore playing. They played last year. If Baltimore wins, that will be similar. Baltimore playing Houston will be similar. if somehow it's Baltimore, Cleveland, the AFC Championship game. Just all kinds of similarities. But right now, with the way Jack Kemp performed there late, I'm not sure if Cleveland's got an easy team coming. They get what they want, but that might not be what they want when they play the game. Thanks for watching, everyone, especially if you stuck through it to the end. Great game, great finish. Chargers moving on. And Brian Felt's channel will be bringing the Packers and the Falcons soon. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good night.